Here is the outline that I will be speaking from in my presentation. Hello, my name is Brandon Corrales, and I'm going to be presenting my great American speaker, John Kerry. Before I begin, I'd like to introduce my audience, my lovely wife, Chelsea Corrales, my friend Zachary Mossman, and Bo Darlington. The purpose of this speech is to give a background on John Kerry, as well as his speaking strengths. John Kerry is a well-known name in the United States for several reasons. His fame goes all the way back to the 1970s when he made a powerful speech regarding the war in Vietnam and the atrocities that took place. He progressed to hold very high rankings in the political sector, almost becoming the President of the United States. His powerful speeches and heartfelt rhetoric have influenced the American public, which is why he is our current Secretary of State. As stated before, John Kerry is our current United States of America Secretary of State. He also served in the Vietnam War. He was in the U.S. Navy and was awarded the third highest military decoration, the Silver Star Medal, as well as the Bronze Star Medal, and was wounded 3 times and was awarded 3 Purple Hearts. Moving on to John Kerry's speaking strengths. The first thing I noticed was that he was very, very knowledgeable of the topic being discussed. He used simple information to help the viewers understand more complex information, which is a term that is used in our communications book. He displayed confidence, not arrogance. He remained calm under pressure. His speech was clear and easy to follow. He spoke very slowly, but had a very strong and projecting voice. However, this voice was not intimidating. If anything, it was welcoming. Moving on to John Kerry's body language. The first thing I noticed was that John Kerry remained very good posture throughout his entire speech. He displayed confidence by standing up straight with his chest out. He used eye contact and physical hand gestures to keep the audience's attention and would look directly at someone and point in their direction. His appearance was very professional and his attire was spotless. He was always clean cut and shaven. Moving on to the first major speech that John Kerry addressed. This speech took place in 1971 and was called the Vietnam Veterans Against the War speech. The purpose of the speech was to raise awareness of the veteran sacrifice in the Vietnam War and to raise awareness of the lack of care that our veterans received. He also talked about mental health issues, which included suicide and post-traumatic stress disorder, which was not fully recognized at this time in United States history. The results of the speech was that it helped jumpstart John Kerry's political career, as well as started a continuing effort to support our nation's veterans. Flash forward to February 16th of 2014, John Kerry's remarks on climate change, which took place in Indonesia. He addressed the climate change and the specific vulnerability of Indonesia, which included the end to some animal species as well as agricultural concerns. The suggested actions were that more action and research on climate change be taken, and that scientific evidence needed to be taken seriously. Overall, the movement needed more direction. Flash forward several months to October 17th, 2014, this year. John Kerry gave a speech in response to the Ebola outbreak in West Africa. He requested more equipment and personnel to fight the disease, which is why we have several National Guard members of our country in Africa at this moment. He also gave a detailed status of the outbreak of Ebola in West Africa so that the world in its entirety could understand where we were at and what needed to be done. Therefore, he reached out to other countries to help assist in this movement. In conclusion, John Kerry's military decorations helped him in his political career. His strengths included that he was down to earth, he speaks from experience, which is very important in the political sector, he's professional and intelligent, and he displayed confidence and not arrogance. Through researching John Kerry, I used several websites which included C-SPAN, State.gov, and AmericanRhetoric.com, which featured the Vietnam Veterans Against the War speech, which is one of the top 100 speeches of this country. This concludes my speech on John Kerry. Thank you very much for listening.